Any points in this direction?
Oh no. No. That's not south.
I'm back.
That's north actually.
It is.
Ah,
I'm sorry, I zoned
silly
out.
me, silly me. I see. Where exactly is this?
Sorry, what
We're
are
in
we
the
talking about? I
Riverlands,
zoned
my
out.
friend. Our friend is a little bit lost, it seems like.
You're lost. What's
Riverlands.
your name?
Riverlands, of course. My name is Valentine. Valentine Voltaire.
Well, that's a pretty
Oh.
eccentric name.
That's a cool name.
I'm rather fond of it myself. Riverlands, you say? Well, I suppose that does make sense. There are quite a few rivers around here.
Crazy how that works.
Where are you trying to get to?
Well, Riverlands where?
What do you mean?
Hang on. Not sure if something went wrong with the stream. I think we cut off for a sec. I just need to make sure everything's working. It seems to be streaming. What do you guys see?
Videos unavailable.
Yeah,
wait.
refresh.
Seems to
Refresh.
This one's fun.
I think it DC'd for a second.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw that.
Huh.
Okay. I think we're good now. I might have disconnected that entire VOD. This might be a two-parter now.
Oh no.
That's annoying, but it happens. It's definitely happened several times before, so well. Okay. As long as everything's working now, then we're good. Just wanted to make sure that we didn't lose anything. Alright, seems to be stable.
Still up for me.
Okay.
Yep.
Somebody post something in chat just to make sure it comes through on my end. Perfect. Alright.
Okay.
Okay, then we're good. Just to double back a little bit, just in case anything got cut off. Valentine was slightly confused, was not quite sure of his cardinal directions. And after you told him that he was in the Riverlands, he said, Riverlands? Riverlands where? Exactly.
Who do you think you were?
Well, I don't know.
What do you mean where?
Did you hit your head or something, friend?
You're on Middlemere.
Ah, whew. That's a relief. He kind of breathes out a big sigh. Alright, so not that far off target then.
Off target. How are you traveling?
Well, it's a little bit unconventional. Teleportation.
What?
Like time travel?
What?
Not exactly traveling through time, no. I suppose when I arrive, it is several seconds later, if you want to consider that time travel. But
Yeah, I would.
I guess everyone's always time traveling then.
indeed. Just teleportation. Here one moment, there the other.
You a
Where
wizard
were
or
you?
something?
I suppose you could say that.
Where were you before you were here?
Well, not exactly sure. There wasn't anyone around, so I couldn't ask anybody.
Can I insight check him?
Yep.
Well, I don't know shit.
I'm gonna try that.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I've seen people teleport.
There
He
we
has
go.
not.
Ruva, just don't forget that you have disadvantage on stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Thank you. That will definitely be bad for me right here.
Better than mine.
He definitely seems confused, but he doesn't seem all that malicious, if that's what you're attempting to discover.
That would be what she was attempting to discover. So, where are you trying to go?
Well, I was attempting to go a little bit west, I believe. He kind of motions his hands west. That's west, right?
Probably not.
Where does he
Uh,
find it?
He was pointing this way, sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah. You
Yeah.
got it right this time.
Alright, good. I never really had much sense for the cardinal directions. I was heading to Tradewater. Riverlands. I suppose.
Definitely missed your mark then, friend.
Aye.
Heading to Tradewater.
Well. Visiting home, I suppose you could say.
Oh.
Yo, what do you think about this? You know magic, right?
Could you teach me how to do it?
Okay.
I don't think that. I don't
Uh,
think that would be a good idea.
What did it feel like?
Well, it's a dreadfully nauseous feeling. Like someone spun you around 100 times over.
Sounds amazing. Can you show me?
I don't think it would be a good idea. Please don't.
I suppose, but you'd have to wait till I packed everything up.
No. Tosh, please tell me you think this is a bad idea.
I'm interested to see where Gail's going with this.
Where are we trying to go
Um,
again? What's the name?
Silken Shore.
Silken Shore.
I
Have you ever
wouldn't
been
know,
to the
okay.
Hookin' Shore?
Uh, what happened, Zeke? I don't even know what that was. 10 messages. Oh, I guess it was your past messages too. What did you say, Zeke? Spammed caps?
Holy crap.
Well, we've reached a bit of a problem. You see, I haven't yet been able to teleport several people.
How many can you take?
Yeah, Zeke. Sorry, what'd you say, Go?
How many can you take?
Just myself.
Oh.
Mhm.
And, well, results are varying, to say the least.
What do you mean?
Well, wasn't expecting to end up in the Riverlands.
What's the worst thing that happened?
End up in the sea.
Yes, I have done that once before.
Can you end up in the ground?
That I have not done, though I will not rule it out.
Or high up in the air.
That sounds pretty fun.
I did break my leg once when I was a lad.
Seem to live a risky life.
I would like to diminish the amount of risk, but
Is there no reason why you teleport around so much then? I mean, with those side effects, it's got to be a good reason.
well, with the hopes of perfecting it.
Ah, so you're a scholar of sorts.
Uh, I don't think many other scholars would consider me among their kin.
Why is
Is
that?
it easy to learn?
No, it's not. He
No.
hasn't even learned it.
Incredibly difficult, I would say.
Could you try to show me? I pick up fast.
I could
We have.
demonstrate, yes, but I'd like to finish my breakfast first.
Well, I don't think you should try to learn something that the person you're going to be learning it from doesn't know how to control.
Yes,
Give or
but
take
what
the
if
seat.
the two of us could take some time and learn how to do it? What if I could help him perfect it?
We don't have time, and I'm sure he's been working on this for a while.
What do you mean I don't have time?
All of my life.
See, I could take it all of my life.
Mm.
Boop boop. Oh God, I'm in the fire.
Well, while I finish my breakfast, you're welcome to join me. I have some extra here. If you're feeling hungry.
It's interesting. This is your camp?
Aye.
You're all alone?
Pretty big tent for one guy.
Yeah, 2 logs
I don't even have
for
that
one
big of
guy.
a tent.
Well, it's not too hard to roll over a fallen tree.
Why would you do it twice?
I don't know. Looks comfortable.
Aesthetic.
Okay. Well,
You're gonna eat that bread or that cheese.
Be my
are you
guest.
sure it's real? We have our own stuff if you want to
Hey,
eat
he
that.
offered. I mean, I'm just being nice.
You know how to make
Oh.
yourself float.
Float. I wish.
Seems like there could be a trade here.
As he's kind of talking with you guys, he's grabbing the pan, and he slices up some bread and kind of butters one side of it, and then places some slices of cheese across it and kind of fries it up in the pan, melting the cheese.
Oh, you're a bit of a cook.
I suppose so. When you're traveling by teleportation, you can bring a little bit more stuff with you.
You must have traveled all over the place.
I think so. Again, if there's no one around where I end up, then hard to figure out where you are.
That's true.
In the middle of a desert, up in the mountains, or
How long
the
do you have
riverlands.
to wait before you can teleport again?
It varies. I never really know. Like I said, it's a little bit unpredictable.
A little bit. I mean, it sounds like you could be, like, zoomed out up into the stars if you're not careful.
Well, I haven't done that yet, but cross our fingers that it doesn't happen. He looks slightly worried after you said that,
What?
as if he hadn't fully considered that.
Where was the last place that you were?
He said he didn't know.
The one that you didn't know?
Rocky area, and then long before that, sort of like I think it was a desert, and then before that, forest, and then outskirts of a small town. What was it called? Harthope, I think.
Where is that?
What?
It was a town. That's about it. I stayed there for a few days. Uh, Averlin, they called it.
Sounds boring.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I needed the company.
Is there anything we can help you with here? I mean, you seem kind of, you know.
He just
Who?
kind of cocks his head. You know. I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
I mean, I don't think you want me to like say it out loud. Might seem a little rude, but
No,
I
no,
took
go
him
ahead,
in
go ahead, go
school.
ahead. Believe me, I
Uh,
won't be offended.
you seem a bit You know what? Never mind. You're fine.
Well, now I want to hear this.
All right,
I'm at
No,
school.
have some food.
I don't want to be rude, but reiterating, anything you need help with? I mean,
No, no, I should be able to handle breakfast on my own. Here you are.
oh, thank you. I meant other stuff, like
Like what?
getting out of here. I don't know what your plan is. I would assume it's to teleport again, but
Hmm.
No, 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 no. Wouldn't it make more sense if he just traveled west? Because if he's already this close to where he wants to be, and he doesn't know where he's gonna end up next time,
But
I
it takes
mean,
too long, and that's not fun.
yes, but he'll never get home
yeah, just
if,
game a chance. I mean,
yes, exactly. So
it's pretty
if
fun.
this is the best chance he's ever gonna get, why would he keep going?
What's wrong with the little gamble?
Well, it depends if he wants to get home or not.
What do you what are you working with back home? If you don't mind me asking, you got a family?
Uh, not quite.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I wouldn't probably go teleporting around for endless amounts of time if I had a family.
Indeed.
But to each their own. I mean,
Uh,
seems kind of fun.
not too much to hold me down, though I do get homesick from time to time. Giving it a shot to head back to Trade Water, but I haven't been entirely successful in the past. This is relatively close, but it is a bit of a walk. He just kind of rubs his chin.
Oh my gosh. River rolls her eyes. You're never going to get where you want to go if you refuse to put in the work to get there.
Perhaps, but I am trying to refine my teleportation abilities. Can't do that if I don't teleport.
I suppose it depends which one you want to do first. Do you want to get home or do you want to travel? And if you just want to travel, then it's fine and it doesn't matter how many times you miss hitting your home. However, if you want to get home, your best chance is to walk there from here.
He just kind of cocks his head to the side. Or, what if we could do both at the
Oh,
same
can't.
time?
I don't think that you
Oh.
can.
I'm listening.
Oh no.
It's worth a
You
shot,
guys
isn't
don't
it? And
like
he's now looking at Tiver and Gale.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 100% down. Just
Yeah, that seems cool.
if you can help show me, maybe I could make that part of my work, and then I could tell you if I ever figure it out.
Uh,
I
Well,
wish I
not
knew
until you
magic.
try.
it would be a little difficult to teach. I don't
He's
exactly
gonna
know
ask.
the
I have a feeling he's
process.
gonna ask if he can teleport one of us potentially, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Look, I mean, I've seen that guy
No,
float.
I don't believe that's a good idea either.
Oh, okay, got it.
Why is it so difficult? Do you have like notes, or do you just feel it?
Uh, the last person I teleported with, they didn't exactly make it. Some of them made it, but not all of them.
They got split in half.
I mean,
No, probably not even in half. I would say he probably was only holding bits of them. Um,
is that
this
the
does not
best way
surprise
to
me
teach
at all.
someone?
Well, like I said, I don't really know how to teach it. I don't know the process myself. I just know it works for me, and even that is a little bit.
How did you learn it?
Well, one day when I was a kid, I was climbing a tree, and one of the branches broke, and I started to fall. And somewhere back in my mind, I wished that I was back on the ground and not falling out of a tree. And then, just pop, all of a sudden, I was about 10 feet higher in the air. And
Yo, let's go. There's a tree over there.
Marty climbing.
I'll catch you if you don't teleport.
he just kind of trails off as you guys run away.
All right, give it a go. I'm
I-
ready.
He looks at you, Ruva. I really don't recommend this.
No, of course not.
I've seen some others attempt it. Nobody's been able to.
Yeah, well, I got the feeling you weren't the type of person who wrote notes and that you were kind of just winging everything. What with
Uh,
the impreciseness of your answers.
I
And-
suppose that's a fair character judgment.
And I'll be honest, traveling around and having the freedom to go anywhere must be amazing. But not
Sometimes.
when you can't go where you want to go. That seems like a loss of freedom to me.
I suppose. It has its upsides and its downsides. What are you guys doing in this tree?
I'm trying to climb it.
I'm gonna catch him if he doesn't teleport.
He's not going to teleport.
Okay.
Not if you don't believe. Any day now. I mean, I'm ready.
Eventually,
Alright.
you'll be able to climb the tree.
So I climbed the tree, and then I just close my eyes and wait for wind to pick up. And I'm gonna think, oh God, I hope I don't hurt my butt. And then I'm going to jump and think nothing but, I don't want to fall.
All right. Tip, are you attempting to catch him?
Let me teleport, please.
Then
I wish for it.
make a just an athletics tips.
That's not Arcana. Shit.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah, you grab him. You still kind of hit a little bit hard. It is a bit of a jump, but you do not teleport kill.
Damn it. Maybe I didn't think hard enough. Let me try again.
But you're not severely injured.
It's okay. We can do this all day. It's gotta
Round
work
two.
eventually.
We can't
Gonna
do this all day,
probably-
boys.
Think
Just
harder.
3 more times. 3.
Would you like
Pick
some
a
food?
number.
He's fine.
How did you get this food?
Carried it in my pack. Just kind of tilts his head.
Oh, I
Good,
know,
got
but
you, no
you
worries. Go
seem
again.
cool and magical and stuff. And I was wondering if it was real food or not.
He just kind of stares at it for a second, and then looks back at you and goes, "Well, it tasted real."
Would you like some of my food? It's definitely real.
We could try it if you want.
Okay, let's trade some. Rufa hands him like a day's little ration thing.
All right. He hands you a slice of kind of toasted bread with with cheese melted on top of it. As you eat it, Ruva, it tastes just a little dull.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Not quite the flavor that you're expecting.
Yep. I'm glad that I gave you some food.
He's kind of crunching away on your rations. Oh, yes, it's not too bad. As
Make sure you eat some more of that, please.
I
Please
will
don't die.
help myself if you wish.
Also, please walk to trade water.
Uh,
You can travel anywhere afterwards,
I
but
I understand, but well, and he kind of pulls one of his legs and kind of places it in front of him. My leg, it doesn't work too good.
what happened?
Well, like I told you, fell out of a tree.
You know how to use magic stuff, but you can't heal yourself?
No? Just kind of cocks his head, confused.
Have you ever tried?
No?
I mean, I'm not a magic person, so I don't really know how it works, but
I've had healers look at it, and they all told me that it had already healed up, and that I would just have the gait that I have for the rest of my life.
Okay. Since you've been a lot of places,
Yeah.
you probably have heard a lot of stories and stuff.
Suppose I don't often find myself in places where there's other people, but from time to time I hear some stories. Why?
Well, we're trying to find someone. Well, I guess find something that they were looking for. And I was wondering if you had ever heard of the story. I can't remember what it's called. The Bard of Belisandra?
Part of Belisandre. Uh, Sort of rings a bell. What's it about again?
About a lady who's really good at playing a liar, and she heals people.
She's a really good liar.
No, like a harp. She plays the
Oh,
harp.
like a harp, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds vaguely familiar. It's like a children's story, right?
Yeah.
I just think I might have been told that one when I was a little kid. Although it was some time ago.
I was just wondering because I would think that potentially it could help your leg, right? If it were real, of course.
Can't always bank on children's stories for everything.
I suppose that's true.
He kind of turns his attention slightly towards the three of them at the tree. What exactly is going on over here?
Mr. Valentine. It didn't work.
Aye, well, that is to be expected.
Trying again.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So
I
you
do
think
not got
how's
you.
the-
I want to be like Valentine.
Oh, Gil.
Uh-oh. Gosh,
Gil.
can you? Is Gil alive?
Gil.
Scale
Gil.
Watch out, Tim. Gale?
Kelly hit the ground a little harder this time.
My arse.
I wasn't ready.
Uh,
Hmm.
Why
Valentine
didn't you float?
Valentine stands up from the log that he's sitting on, and he makes his way over towards you. He's kind of slow, and the three of you notice that he limps when he walks. Careful there, lads. You don't want to end up like me.
You an old man. Strong as your leg.
I mean, would it be so bad? You can teleport.
Oh, true, true.
I'm not sure if that's the secret.
Maybe if
There
I
you
break
go.
my leg, I can do it.
No,
Do
no,
not.
Gil.
Good point, good point.
I wouldn't
Not
recommend
how it
attempting
works.
that. I don't think that they're related in that way.
All right, fair
think-
point.
I think Mr. Voltaire is just special.
That's rude.
Oh, flowers.
Oh,
Oh no. Well, I think. I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get them to get going, but we probably should be on our way soon.
Right, well, I should be packing my things up soon as well.
Do you need help?
If you wouldn't mind, that'd be quite nice of you.
Oh, of course. River will help him pack stuff up.
Oh, do you need help?
As you sort of help Valentine pack his things up, he's got some rather kind of nice looking blankets inside of his tent that he rolls up, and the tent itself is pretty large.
Wow. How do you carry all of this?
Well, that's the benefit of the teleporting. Whatever I can carry on me can come with me, as long as it isn't a
Person.
living thing. Yes.
Hmm.
that's a weird restriction.
Would it work if I hold my breath?
I'd rather not try it.
We're trying out stuff for the day, Gale.
All right.
You can keep trying later.
But you help Valentine pack his things up, and eventually he sort of compresses it all into a very large backpack. He's got sort of all sorts of stuff tied to it. He's got pots and pans kind of dangling from straps on the side of it, and the tent is bundled up on the top of it. And he
You
kind of
must be as strong as Tipper.
pulls it all up onto his back, and
Oh.
then he kind of wobbles back and forth slightly to gain his balance as he attempts to stand with this large pack on his back. And then he goes, finding his balance, he says, "All right. That should be good. Thank you for your help."
You're welcome. I'm sorry we can't help you anymore.
Well, it's nice to talk to people from time to time. It's not often that I run into folk, so it was pleasant company.
I think you'll figure it out in time.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Well, I do as well. And safe travels to the rest of you. We are
Do you
heading
think it might be a curse?
south. A what?
curse? Do you think someone potentially cursed you so you can never go where you want to?
Well, I wouldn't know who.
Hmm. Okay.
Best of luck.
Best of luck to you all as well. South, right? It points again.
You're
No,
right.
you're going west. River's gonna.
Yes, I'm aiming west, but you're headed south, right?
Yes.
We're headed south, correct?
All right. Well, there's almost certainly a chance that we will never meet again. So I wish you
That's not true.
best of luck on your travels and the rest of your lives, I suppose, if we never meet again.
Same to you.
Good luck.
He kind of limps a little bit into a more open area.
Dale,
And
did you want to see this?
Is it time?
Is he gonna do it?
He's heading out.
Back up. Back up, guys. Back up.
Give him some space.
Hail a little bit more. Lip, please. Please give him some space.
I believe in you.
well, that's good to know. He kind of steps a bit away from all of you so that I wouldn't get too close, just in case, lad.
Tibbs, grab Gale, please.
What? Oh, I don't know.
Bump
He's
together
kinda
really quick.
It's pretty slippery.
Mm.
Hey, come here. Come here. He's just too fast.
Right. As you're chasing around, Kaj, you're kind of the only one to see this. He just kind of closes his eyes and just kind of stands there, dead still for a moment. And then you see almost a halo kind of appear over his head, this sort of spinning circle. And then all at once, the halo just kind of shoots down all around him, hits the ground, and then Valentine and the light are gone.
Interesting.
Wait, can you do it now, Gale?
Mm.
The only thing he's left behind is slightly singed grass. Kaj, where you're standing.
Did I get to see the light?
All right. Nobody gets
Did
to
I
know
know there
this.
was? Did I know there was light?
You were getting
Nope.
chased around, so
I
I
did
don't
not
know.
see it.
Nobody gets to see this number, but I'm rolling for Valentine.
Oh.
That's a D100.
Oh
Oh,
no. So he has to hit like what, 100 to get where he needs to go?
Not necessarily.
You don't need to know that.
That's upsetting.
We shall see.
Sometimes lower is better.
Alright, I'll write that number down. Alright, Valentine has disappeared and he's taken his stuff with him. So now there's just sort of a dwindling fire and some logs.
Did he forget anything?
There's
Maybe
a
there's
chunk
like
of
a
bread left
letter?
behind, but that's about it.
Oh, dang it.
Hmm. River just picks up a little stone from around the fireplace and walks off, puts it in her pocket.
Alright.
interesting guy.
You'll get that eventually, Gale. I believe in you.
I have a quota. I'm going to try every day for 3 series.
He made me sad.
Why?
Never be able to get where you're going. It's a
Seems
tragedy.
kind of fun.
River just smiles a little, but sadly.
So, gathering up your things and proceeding down the path, you
Wait,
spent.
the fire's out, right?
It was dwindling. You can put it out if you want.
Yeah, put out the fire.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, there's this stream right next to it. You can kick some dirt on it. It'll go out pretty easy. So you put out the fire and then turn your attention towards the dirt path that leads a little bit further south. And set off once more, leaving a singed patch of grass behind you. And you travel for about an hour, progressing kind of towards midday, and crest sort of a taller hill. And from atop this taller hill in the distance, you can see a tree line with a massive expanse of evergreen forest beyond it.
Look, a tree line with a massive evergreen expanse behind it.
Wow, you should be a poet.
So we have to try and be a bit quiet while we're here, yes?
Well, in relation, yeah.
Okay. Gail, please try to stay together with everyone.
Yeah, I'll be quiet.
That wasn't what I had said. Please stay with the group so that we won't be able to call for you, okay?
Mm.
Gail, where'd you go?
All right. So you progress a little bit further, slowly approaching the tree line. And before too long, kind of just after midday, you arrive at the edge of the forest. And the smell
Wow,
of
This looks cozy.
the smell of pine needles kind of begins to fill your nostrils as you arrive at these towering evergreen trees.
guys, I want to make a rule real quick.
What do you mean?
Okay,
Like you're gonna roll around?
No, a
no,
rule.
like a rule, like a
Oh, a
those
rule.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
Different than a roll.
A little bit, yeah. I think so. One involves a book normally. One involves like dirt. Regardless, if things do go down and something attacks us, I'm the one that gets attacked. Okay?
But wait, what if it attacks me? Do I just tell it to
Then
go
you
attack
run
you?
behind me.
Do
Or
I
you
just
try
say
to.
no? No, attack him, not me. Does that work?
That could work.
Okay,
Depends
I'll
on
We'll
try
how
handle
it.
it as it comes.
depends on how smart the monster is. But I don't want you guys getting hurt.
I
Well,
mean,
we
you let
don't
me
want
get
you
hurt
to
if I
get
dent up
hurt
the
either.
tree.
That is true.
I'm pretty sturdy. I can keep myself up. Well,
Let's just all not get hurt, shall we?
that's the plan.
All right. So you sort of weave your way in between the trees. There's no clear path into the forest. The dirt path that you were traveling along kind of fades as the vegetation becomes a little bit more dense. You're no longer just walking through these empty grasslands here. Now walking across a forest floor. There's roots everywhere and ferns and foliage growing. And as you kind of make your way into the deep green domain, the towering trees on either side of you become a little bit more dense. They were a little sparser towards the tree line, but as you make your way deeper into the forest, they become a little more dense, and you feel sort of all around you. The atmosphere is slightly darker. The trees block out some of the sun, and it's a little more shadowy as you make your way into the deep green domain. All right, map transition, new area. Waypoint unlocked.
Yes.
Oh, wait, hang on. You can't fast travel if there's enemies nearby.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
What?
No, just kidding.
Uh-oh.
Hold up.
I was gonna make a waypoint joke about Valentine, but
If only he'd gotten
We set
here.
our waypoint at the campfire.
He's fast traveling, yeah.
so
So
I can't properly fast travel.
this map's not reloading. I'm gonna refresh it. We might as well just take a quick break, a 2-minute break.
Okay.
Since I'm gonna be refreshing anyway.
Og.
Let's see if that fixes it. If not, then you'll just stand in the blurry trees for a sec.
I'll be right back.
Become one with the trees.
the blurry trees.
Ah, no, that fixed it. Perfect. All right, let's take a 2-minute break then while we're kind of paused anyway before we head into the deep green domain. But for reference, to try to draw the curtain back, I always improv all of Valentine's stuff. That's my rule for him. Since he's chaos incarnate, I always improv him. I'm not allowed to prep anything ahead of time.
That's
That's
cool.
fantastic.
Just for fun, so that he manifests chaos more accurately. All right, I'll be right back.
You better hope I don't learn teleport.
I'm gonna let Gale run wild with his curiosity.
Oh boy. It's bad
Seems
enough.
kind of fucking OP, bro. This kid had wish as a little child. My man's the next wizard king.
Mahote potato.
I make some breakfast for dinner later. That sounds good.
There you go.
Got eggs, waffles, and sausage still.
That sounds good.
Super hot out, bro. It's still 80 degrees.
Oh, it's only 80? That must be nice.
Don't you live
Bro,
in the fucking south?
yes, bitch, and it was 105
Well, you deserve that for living
all
there.
day.
The hell?
It's fucking
That sounds
93
so
right
good.
now. So
Is it
fuck
dry
yes.
heat too?
No, it's not.
Amazing.
It is
It's
not
not?
dry heat. No,
They get
this ain't
the-
Arizona. Pfft, you kidding me? This is musky bullshit. You feel like you're wearing 10 pounds of wet clothes. It's gross.
Ew.
Yuck.
It's not
I
quite that
hate
bad.
it.
Give me my
But it's
desert
fine.
dry heat.
Yeah,
That's
for
all I
real.
need.
Arizona is so much better comparatively.
I thought it was gonna get worse when it was hot up here in Seattle, but it was manageable.
Yeah, it seemed like y'all were about to fucking lose it.
Yeah, didn't you guys just
Yeah.
have a storm too, like a few days ago? Am I going crazy?
Wait, where? In Seattle?
Yeah.
Actually hasn't rained in a little bit, which is really weird.
What am I thinking
It's
of?
raining here.
Lucky.
Wish it was raining here.
I wish it
Or
was
maybe I'll
raining.
get it in a couple hours.
No, when you
Bless.
get it, then in a couple hours I get it.
It was Dungeon Dragon Farm. We just finished up. I'm back now. we take every once in a while we take little breaks to grab more water, go to the bathroom, do stuff like that. But we're done now. And yes, you guys can tell when I sit back down now, because all of a sudden the head starts moving.
The fire.
I love the eyeballs just jingle.
We're
He's got-
100% getting attacked here.
He's got physics on
Yeah.
the dangling
Bertha
things.
has her hands on her knife.
We're not getting attacked.
Famous last words.
Just to prove it, I'll walk in front.
Oh,
You got to have confidence.
you just jumped from a
Confidence.
tree like 10 minutes ago.
Confidence is not what any of us are lacking, I feel. Maybe Kaj, a little bit.
I was gonna say
Excuse me?
you. You don't want to go with nerf. I'll do it
Who?
again. Boop, boop.
Me?
Ow! Pine needles. Fuck. Damn it!
So the forest
What's
itself is pretty quiet. Occasionally you hear a bird chirp or a flap from a nearby branch as it takes off. You can hear some rustling from time to time, but mostly it's just the sound of your own footsteps as you sort of crunch the occasional leaf below your feet or snap a twig. Again, there's no clear path, so you have to kind of wind your way around the trees, heading in what you presume to be a southern direction. You guys can attempt to be extra quiet if you want. You can make stealth rolls.
Stealth.
Often, stealth rolls in which the whole party makes them will almost always fail at some point.
No.
I have disadvantage.
Because there's going to be
I
somebody who's
too
dragging
have
you down.
disadvantage.
There's going to be somebody dragging you down, but What you-
It's the
me
fucking
too.
rogue.
what you can do to compensate that is you can have somebody lead the party if you want, and then that would be the person stealthing, and
So
then
the
they would
rogue
just
is the
walk in
one.
front.
Who has a? Yeah, I guess Gale can.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
right.
No. Why the hell am I the quiet one?
uh,
I would have been the crying one.
I'll let
but
you
I'm
guys-
tired.
I'll let you guys do it this time. Typically, we would decide that before we make the rolls, just so that you can't
Oh. yeah.
game the
Oh.
rolls. But I'll let you do it this time, just because I didn't mention that. But if you want somebody to like lead out front, and then they would warn the party if they hear something, that's kind of a way of getting around the fact that 4-person stealth rolls are rough no matter what.
I mean, I don't think we did that badly.
We didn't. You did.
I did well. I just also did badly.
I don't know. A 9 sounds pretty bad to me.
26
So you don't
is
have an
pretty
advantage.
good.
You have
You
disadvantage, so you
disadvantage,
take the
homie.
9.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that the rolls.
I had
mean,
I had a nat 20, but I have disadvantage, so R.I.P.
Freaking Tibber did better. What the heck?
I'm very tired.
Hey, next time you'll actually talk to us and tell us to take a shift.
Yeah, really.
I was watching the stars, guys.
All right, so you proceed a little bit further on into the forest. You can walk around if you want.
We're not on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
not ideal.
true. Yeah, that's right. That's better.
Oh, here we go.
So wondering why you guys are so still. Usually everybody runs away before I can describe the environment, which is not to your benefit. Don't do it. You'll always walk yourself into a trap if you do that.
I'm waiting to see if you describe it before I go any further.
Well,
Yeah.
I already did.
As I'm halfway through.
Metagaming, let's go.
Wait, what if we roll a perception check?
You can.
Is that how we roll to see if everything's
Typically, we just
okay?
use passive perception. Rolling perception is more just
Okay.
for if you were specifically looking for something.
Do I feel the wind?
Occasionally, you'll get a gust kind of in between some of the trees.
Where's it going?
Not in any particular direction. Just kind of you'll feel a sort of gentle wind. You do your best to kind of head in a southern direction, though you have to kind of wind your way around the trees from time to time. Is there anything that anyone in particular is looking out for? Or
The
just
wind.
traveling? the wind.
I'm just listening for animals.
Okay.
Saber's looking at plants and shit. So he's kind of looking at the ground.
Ruva's just very nervous with her hand on her knife.
I need to make some rolls.
Uh-oh. That's never good.
These rolls would have happened no matter what, so don't worry.
Suddenly, 3 grizzly bears show up.
How did I not hear them?
Okay. One more.
Love the ambience.
Yeah. I was
Yes.
like, this is nice.
It's
But
cozy.
Ruva's like, I don't know about this.
Nah, Saber's mad comfy right now.
All right. Organize that. Okay. All good. Just doing the randomization. Okay. So as you travel along, it's now kind of past midday as you made your way into the woods, early afternoon. And you walk for some time throughout the forest, winding your way in between trees and attempting to keep to your southern course as best as possible. And eventually... Oh, that's right. I forgot. I refreshed, which means that you're not copy-pasted. We'll do it the hard way. Since I'm too lazy to go back to that screen. Alrighty. Eventually, as you're traveling along, which one of you guys has the highest passive? I forget.
I have 11.
11,
Mine's
9, 15.
9.
Alright, Kaj.
Mhm.
As you're sort of walking along through the forest, you notice something.
Guys, wait.
What?
Those footsteps, footprints in the floor.
You can
You
see
see them?
tracks along the ground, and as the others sort of look at what Kaj is pointing out, you see them too. They're kind of faint, but you can see that they're sunk slightly into some kind of looser mud here. They definitely don't look human, but you can make a roll if you wish to try to determine.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna roll.
Make a survival check.
Can anybody do it or just him?
Anybody can, but we're gonna have him do it because he's
Okay.
definitely not human. Some sort of animal. It looks decently big.
Or is it like a deer?
Might be. You ever seen these tracks before?
Mm,
Mm, probably not particularly. They'd be a bit hard for probably all of you guys to place exactly what they are.
I have
None.
no idea.
not sure.
It's a roughly hoof shape, but other than that, hard to say.
I'm
Where'd-
not
where'd
really
y'all go?
Oh, cool.
He's following the tracks.
So it's-
Every once in a while, they kind of fade a little bit on firmer ground, but then looking off ahead, Gil, you kind of see that they continue a little bit more in an area that's kind of a little more muddy. You can see the tracks again. And you follow them along through the forest. Gale following the footprints, the rest of you
Yeah.
following Gale as he follows these
Why are we
tracks.
following these? Be quiet,
Gale.
guys.
And they sort
Got
of
a
loop.
keen eye.
They loop around this tree here, kind of passing between these two trees and head off in that direction, Gale.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, but do we really want to follow it? I mean,
Oh, there's no reason to.
Guys, you can make another nature check for me.
A nature check.
Yep. All right. As Gale's kind of following the footprints and you sort of approach to see where they lead off, they do definitely lead off in that distance. But you notice one of the tree trunks next to it has sort of some of the bark scraped slightly off of it.
Oh wait, there's a mark on this tree trunk here.
what kind of mark?
Guys,
What could leave that?
it doesn't matter, right? This seems very dangerous. We should keep going.
If we want to
Stay
stay out
on
of
foot.
trouble, we'll want to keep going south, right?
Yes, let's keep going south.
How high up is the mark on the tree?
About waist height for all of you. Again, some of you are a little taller and shorter than each other,
Yeah,
but
I was like,
approximately
further?
approximately waist height for an average height of you guys.
Can we hear anything?
You can make a perception check if you want. If you want to all kind of quiet down and listen, I'll give you advantage with it.
Yeah, I do want to make a perception.
Yeah, you're all listening hard, so go ahead and do advantage, go.
20. Nice. River would just have normal, right? Is that how it works? Like cancel that or something?
I just have one person do it, and then if you're all doing it together, you roll it with advantage. So we're going to use Gale's numbers.
Okay.
We're just using the first person who does it. But yeah, 15 is sufficient. Gale, you kind of listen, you quiet down. The rest of you guys kind of stop talking and all just focus. And you hear off in the distance that those footprints went, just kind of a soft little snorting, snuffling.
Maybe it's a
Come on,
pig.
guys,
Oh, a
let's
pig?
keep going.
I think we could take a pig.
We don't need to. There's no reason for us to do this.
Aren't you
We
hungry?
need to get to Silken Shore. We have food. We need to get to Silken Shore. That was the entire reason for going through the forest instead of around it.
Alright,
Because it's
Your
fast.
right.
Fine.
She'll run into something, guys. Don't worry. I'm just nudge River a little bit.
What's up?
No, just playing.
All right, one sec.
Retro was a juicy pig.
Why would the pig claw the tree, though?
Maybe it was a
Brushed up
boar.
against it.
Maybe. A little tusk mark or something.
Yeah, it's
They
not
have
very tall.
bristles. Okay, well, you might not think it's very tall, but it's like at my shoulders, so
It's not
I'd
my
rather
fault
you.
you're short.
Yeah, right.
It's not like I could make you taller.
All right, then you continue your path south, leaving the tracks behind, and make your way further into the forest.
What time is it? Is it getting dark?
Before you started heading further south, it was maybe around 3, 4 in the afternoon. But you travel for another little bit. It's going to get dark a little bit earlier because it's just darker here in general.
Mm-hmm.
So as you kind of travel further south in the forest, eventually it does begin to get dark.
I think we should set up camp.
Hey, 1 more hour.
Well, I can't see in the dark, so
Half an hour?
Tasha's gonna produce flames from his hand. Just have it there.
There you go. 1 more hour.
We'll just go a bit further.
The fire will attract attention.
Aren't you
Like
the
a
one
c-
who said to go quickly?
A campsite wouldn't.
We don't need fire at the campsite. We're just gonna keep an eye on
We
the
don't need
back of the
fire.
group.
Yeah, you're right. We
Man.
don't need to see.
We need
You're
fire.
sleeping. You know what?
I mean, hopefully you're sleeping and not watching stars all night.
They were very beautiful, okay? And the moon was nice, and I was thinking about stories.
That's what dreams are for.
I don't really like my dreams.
You can have mine. There's a lot of wind.
That does sound kind of nice.
All right, one sec.
Do you have dreams, guys?
I do.
What kind of dreams do you have?
Very warm. Most of the time. There are times when they're very cold. I can't remember if we've seen snow very much around here, but it's very icy when they have those ones.
So you dream about like the weather.
No, usually it's just me out in the wilderness by myself walking around. This feels very dreamlike right now, actually. Except usually
really
I'd be
nice.
alone.
I wonder what snows are like.
All right. So traveling a little further, as it's now getting pretty dark, but you travel a little longer today. Though your surroundings have significantly darkened.
That would be a good time to make camp.
Please.
I made a tent, Tabby.
Yeah. I dropped the tents here.
God damn it. I said I ended.
I'm sorry.
Alright, I won't draw this time.
I was just gonna kind of sit back and keep watch, like keep listening out.
At the party?
There you go.
I'm going to sleep.
Let me know if I need to watch anything.
I'll probably take a double watch first myself, and then I'll wake you two up to take the second half of it.
Yeah, go ahead and wake me up and then I'll get him for the last.
Sounds good. I won't make a fire out here to not cause too much tension, but I'm gonna keep a small one for myself.
Okay. Yeah, you can create a small flame. Yeah, I know. Tents are so easy, and you just pop, boom. If only real life camping was that easy, huh?
Fucking for real, man.
All right, Kaj, as you're taking a double watch, yeah.
Right.
Got it. As you take your watch, you hear sort of crickets off in the distance, in the quiet, and occasionally you hear just a soft howl, but it sounds quite far away. It just sort of trails ever so slightly at the edges of your hearing. It kind of makes you sit up a little bit more alert, but the sound is faint and far away. And so after another 10 minutes after you hear the howl, you sort of relax a little bit, knowing that it's quite far away. And that process repeats itself over the several hours that you stay up for your watch. Every once in a while, you'll hear a twig snap or a bird flutter from a tree and sort of snap to attention once more, looking off into the darkness to try to see what might have made the noise, but nothing approaches the camp during your watch.
Okay.
So with your watch drawing to an end, you can wake somebody up if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wake up Gil. Hey, Gil, it's your turn.
All right. Oh, a fire.
All right, Gail, you take your watch. You have the same experience that Kaj does. The occasional small noise, and you also hear those distant howls. But during your watch, you don't see anything approach the camp other than the occasional rustle of a bush nearby, which catches your attention and then quiet. And your watch passes, I won't say peacefully because you're sort of alert and you're keeping your head on a swivel, but it passes quietly.
Hey, Diva.
What?
It's your to watch.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Tibbs, you sit down at your place to watch and sort of look around at the surroundings. It's still quiet, but it's now sort of closer to approaching morning for you as you take the last watch. And you too hear those howls off in the distance. They sound quite far away, and then eventually they quiet down for almost an hour without you hearing anything. And then just sort of through the gaps in some of the trees, you see some slivers of light as the sun slowly begins to come up. Still maybe a little too early for anyone to actually wake up, but you can kind of see that it's beginning to get a little bit lighter. And as you sort of yawn slightly in the early hours of the morning, you hear the howls again. But this time, they're closer. They're much closer than they were before. And they sound like they're coming from the south. And as you sort of listen to these howls and kind of stand yourself up, you hear continuing howls, and then you hear sort of a barking. You make your way to the other side of the camp and sort of peer off to the south, I presume.
Uh-huh.
You don't quite see anything. And then, as you're sort of listening, you keep hearing these barks and these howls. They grow louder, but they don't sound closer. And then you hear a yelp of pain. Not a dog's yelp. Something that sounds particularly more human yelp in pain and cry out for help.
No. Mm.
It is getting relatively it's morning, so it's a little earlier than maybe you're expecting to get up, but It is morning now, so it's a little brighter out.
He's gonna go shake the tents regardless.
Mm.
All right. The rest of you awaken to sort of the rattling of the tent as Tibber rouses you from sleep.
It's
What's
time
up,
to go.
Tents?
Guys, remember that thing that guard told us about, the yelling?
Right, the screech they talked about.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that thing is to the south right now.
Should we
Think it-
go west?
I think it's trying to bait us, so I don't
Bait.
yeah, it
Why would
sounded
it bait us?
it sounded human.
Mm.
Wait. Wait, okay, what did you hear exactly?
I heard some like dogs, but
Okay.
then it was more human.
Wait, the dogs became human?
I don't know if it was
Uh,
dogs.
the sounds were overlapping, Tibber. It was two distinct noises.
Sounded like I don't know, like maybe somebody was getting attacked, but I don't know. I don't trust it.
Well, wait. But if someone's getting attacked, I mean, we should. It's to the south?
Shouldn't we
Yes.
help?
Yeah, should we help?
You're
I think we should
you're,
help.
you're
We
the
have to go
skeptical
s-
one here. It's up to you.
We have to go south, anyways.
Fine. But I go first.
Well, hold on. Riva's gonna try and break down the tents.
Okay. If you don't have any assistance, it will take you a little bit longer.
Tiber's not
Wait.
waiting.
Gale is running. Gale and Tibber are running
Yeah.
off.
Ruba, let's go. We'll come back for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You really only got one of the tent pegs loosened and abandon that and run after them, Ruva.
Mm-hmm.
As you all catch up, chasing after Gale and Tibber, who are slightly ahead of the two of you. And as you sort of weave in between the trees, Gale and Tibber leading the pack, you run towards the noises, the barking and the howling getting closer. And you sprint kind of down this path, making your way towards these noises. You hear the sort of yelp in pain once more as you make your way towards it. One sec. Just gotta do something. It's easier if I do this. And as you draw nearer and nearer to the sound, you see sort of a split in the trees, Gale and Tibber, leading the way, where the trees kind of part, and beyond it you can see a clearing, which as you run towards it, you rapidly approach. And then as you sort of reach the clearing, I'm still here, I'm just prepping something.
No worries.
I didn't DC. All right. So first to arrive is Tibber and Gale. Tibber just slightly behind Gale since he ran off first, but you keep pace. Followed by Kaj and Ruva just slightly behind, but still kind of able to follow them as they weave through the trees. And you arrive at sort of the end of this clearing and can see out into it, Gale and Tibber. And this is what you see in the clearing beyond. You see what at first you thought were wolves, But as you draw near, their fur doesn't look the gray and white of a usual wolf. It has sort of a greenish, mossy tinge to it. And they howl and bark at a tree that's sitting in the center of the clearing. And up the tree that all these hounds are focused on is what appears to be a small primate, about the size of a halfling. You can see sort of a patch of blood on its fur as it makes its way, kind of climbing to the top of the branches of this tree as these creatures snap and howl at the base of the tree, focusing up at it. And as you sort of breach out into this clearing, let me make a roll. The hounds closest sort of sniff the air, Tibber, and then they turn their attention simultaneously at you, and they let out sort of a growl as they face you. And as they face you, Tibber, you get a good look at their face, and they are definitely not wolves. They have skeletal features making up their face.
Oh God.
As these hounds prepare to attack. So make an initiative roll for me.
Oh boy. Oh, do I still have exhaustion?
You took a long rest, so
Oh, no, you don't.
you're good.
Ah, nice.
Very cool.
All right, so we'll do the initiative roll right now, though we won't do the fight right now. I'm just going to write down the numbers so that we can get right into it next time.
Wait, did the thing work?
You took off the condition, you didn't do an initiative roll.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
a 19, a 17, a 13, and 11. Not bad rolls, everybody.
I'm back.
All right. Then unfortunately I have to end the session here just because if we do combat, it'll be like another hour. So,
I say go for it.
um,
No, it you won't.
since we're so close, if we were like 20 minutes back from here, then maybe I would say to go for it. But since we're right at the edge right now, it's 9:52. We'll call it here, and we'll start up next session with combat.
That's what I get for jumping all of them trees.
You face that way. Yeah, so we'll start next session with combat, and we'll end here.
Man,
today.
I shouldn't have talked to the ferryman.
Alrighty. Let's go to the Theater of the Mind screen. And let's get some fireplace.
Some ambiance.
Just an ever so soft tavern. There we go. Well, Dungeon Dragon Farm show up early next session, and you'll catch some more killing here. They added a frog to their death toll this session.
Oh, yeah. They killed Zeke.
So you get for naming him. He might have lived.
He wouldn't have lived.
New game. Every time you name an animal, we kill it.
No. You guys are the worst.
Alrighty.
You're just sad because he named it after you.
Dungeon Dragon Farm. It sounds like you had your own little combat encounter there with the woodchucks. But yeah, that was a fun session. Is there anything that interferes with next week?
Nope.
No.
I believe I'll be fine for next week. If anything changes, I'll let everybody know, but I think I'll be fine. Just has something that may or may not, but it should be fine.
Okay, good. Because I want to fight some skeledogs.
Yeah, we'll get to that combat encounter next session. The next stream, yeah, they did eat the frog legs. One of them made a frog leg sandwich, even with some bread. Okay, I've just been informed that I will be fine for next week. Thank you for telling me that. Insider information watching the stream right now. All right. Yeah, so they did eat the frog. That they named Zeke, which is tragic considering that we have
To
a
be
Zeke in
fair,
the chat.
it was a different spelling. It was a different spelling.
Of course. All right. So the next actual stream will be Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for more Whispers in the Woods. I'll have to update that stream setup to include this new, more mobile version of Charlemagne. And then I don't think, I believe that they said that we're off for Friday, but I was thinking maybe we could do a different stream if I'm free then. Do some co-op stuff that might be fun. I have Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which could be fun for a casual hangout stream. But yeah, those are the stream setups. The next Silversong will be next Monday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. So tune in to that. And yeah, other than that, I got all my links set up. We got some more exclamation mark things that'll provide you with some more links to things. There's one for my Twitter, one for the archive now as well. So there's all the links. If you ever miss anything and it's not on the Twitch, you can go check out the YouTube channel, which archives all the streams. Why did you do the dots? You know it doesn't work if you add the dots. And the Twitter is where I keep updated on any stream changes. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Got him.
Yeah.
It fucking took him all session.
Yep. Worth it.
All right. The Twitter is where I update any stream changes, time changes, or anything like that, or announce new things. So follow me there if you haven't. If you want to keep informed on what's going on. We have a Discord that you can feel free to join. It's not just for players. I was kidding when I said to stop. It doesn't do anything. And if that Discord link ever doesn't work, just let me know in the chat and I will update it. Because I have it limited right now just so that we don't get flooded by somebody sending it around. But yeah, so feel free to join that if you want. We have art channels, meme channels, all sorts of stuff. And yeah, so other than that, take care, and I'll see everybody next time. We can still hang out and talk, you don't have to leave. But that's my spiel for the end of the stream, just to wrap things up. So if anyone needs to go, you can, but Yeah, I officially become a VTuber now. So.
Huzzah.
That means our DM is gonna get looted. No.
Yeah.
Don't loot the
No.
DM.
Don't loot our DM.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Dungeon Dragon Farm. Always nice to see you here. Yeah, so I I did all the rigging myself. I didn't commission any of the rigging. So that's what I've spent my last little bit learning how to do and then doing. It's still maybe a little bit rough, but could use maybe a couple improvements, add a few things, but I think it looks good.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm trying to decide if I should just change all my branding over to just Charlemagne. Should I stop using J everywhere? Because it doesn't really fit the whole skeleton image when you walk into the stream.
True.
Where do you have Jay at? Oh,
JDM.
On Twitter and everything like that. I just figured maybe I should at least change the Twitter over just to give a better image.
I say do what you want.
Well, see,
Mid.
to ease the transition, I was thinking I'll just make Charlemagne Shackelford's middle name start with a J.
Yeah.
And then you guys can keep calling me Jay. Only my closest students at the Arcane College can call me that.
Excellent. Excellent.
And then that way, no actual changes are needed. And it stays consistent with the brand. You guys don't have to suddenly start calling me something else.
Call you CC.
I have to call you Charlemagne now.
Not if you don't want to.
That's gonna be fun learning how to say in an Irish accent. Jesus.
Well, I call him Charlie, so you guys are allowed to too.
Far less Magna. Oh no. The dice different.
I wouldn't even know how to handle that. It'd just be a coin flip as to whether or not I do the name change. But I think I should just do it because it gives more consistent branding. I think it's just a nicer feel. It's weird to have JDM. It feels such like a username. It doesn't feel like something a lich would be referred to as.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
A
So
lich named Jay.
I'll switch it over, but don't feel that anybody here has to start calling me anything else. I'll do the middle name thing just for you guys' sake. So that you don't have to relearn my name. But yeah. Other than that, should we raid somebody? I always forget to do it, and then last time it was so disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anyone online? Let's take a peek. I like to raid other D&D people, so.
There's a cool Curse of Strahd game going on right now.
Oh yeah.
Realm Smith.
Realmsmith is a great channel. For all
They have
those who like to watch.
They have a good overlay.
Oh, hang on. Actually, is Brett Ultimus doing fishing? He's designing a fishing system for his D&D games. I feel like that's too appropriate.
Oh my goodness, please.
All right, we gotta send you to him then.
Kale wants to fish.
All right. If he's designing a fishing system, then we'll send you there. Everybody take care.
Bye-bye.
And I'll see you
Bye-bye.
guys next stream.